Welcome to the Pritchard Pub. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't yet, and give us some feedback. We'd like to know what you want to see and how you feel.
We'll get right at it. There we go.
However, looking at what is the government so afraid of? The U.S. Navy sets off a 40,000-pound bomb in the Atlantic Ocean, 100 miles from the coast of Florida, saying that it was only a military exercise.
Does that mean they're afraid?
However, looking at the footage of the explosion, it definitely didn't seem like a regular military exercise. Furthermore, it's known that there are unknown creatures or aliens living deep in the ocean. So, could it be possible that it wasn't a military exercise, but a cover-up to take out a deadly threat in the ocean? With this suspicious military exercise, many are asking, what is the government?
Well, I have a few houses they should take out.
Yeah. There's probably a lot of things everybody should be afraid of.
I mean, we've seen a lot of UFO videos. You think there was a UFO in there that they were fucking with?
Yeah, there's UFOs that come from the ocean.
We should bring some of those videos up next time.
Yeah. I'll look for it.
I'm telling y'all, they always hide the truth in plain sight.
Sure is.
Make a deal with me, kid. You can have the car and everything that goes along with it. So what do you say?
Two things. That's a Freemason sign ring. And, wait a minute, that's obviously the devil.
Obviously he's supposed to be the devil, and he's gonna sell a soul, but he didn't need to because it's only 30 grand, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, what do you think? You got something to say about it?
Yeah, it's true. They hide things in plain sight. And the laugh track is weird.
Yeah, why was there a laugh track when the devil disappeared? The fuck?
It's actually a really unsettling commercial, and then you have a laugh track. Is it like normalizing it or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
This SpongeBob conspiracy theory is so dark, it will change the way you look at SpongeBob forever. Pearl's father is actually the whale we see in the Jailbreak episode in season 9, but he's actually in there for killing his wife, aka Pearl's mother, after he tried to flee from the scene. Before getting arrested, Mr. Krabs stumbled across the crime scene and the carcass of the mother whale and baby Pearl left all on her own. But here's the disturbing part. When a whale dies, its carcass can fuel an entire ecosystem. And so Mr. Krabs, overcome with excitement and greed, sees this as an opportunity to make a lot of money and comes up with the idea of the Krusty Krab restaurant.
Yeah.
Adding pieces of Pearl's mother into the Krabby Patty formula as the secret ingredient. But here's where it gets really dark. Mr. Krabs only adopted Pearl as an alternative meat supply in case he runs out and is trying to isolate her from her father and friends. Could this be the reason why he spoils her with so many gifts so that she doesn't end up leaving? Throughout the show, Mr. Krabs always expresses how once his daughter is fully grown, she's going to go off to college, when in actuality what he means is she's getting butchered, cooked, and served up to customers.
Yeah, that's in line with other SpongeBob stuff being accurate to ecosystem stuff. They use real animal things in their TV show.
I actually never watched SpongeBob.
We should watch it. It's fun. You want to skip this one?
Yep.
This is a cool one.
I said let him go! I said let
Watch it one more time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not much to say about it.
Hmm. Ooh, baby. That's cute.
Yeah. Sense of community is important.
It seems like, especially at that point in pregnancy, like it's just lasting forever and you want to meet your baby so bad.
Right? I think
Hey, hey, what's the matter with your head? Yeah.
that sucks.
Well, you should have not played it with the music. We'll have to probably edit that out later, but yeah, she just didn't know she was dragging a bike.
Right? I don't know how you can not notice that you ran somebody over.
Or a bike. She probably backed into it, or I don't know. We used to leave our, hold on, can you pause that so we can react to some of these videos? So when we were kids, we'd always get yelled at for leaving our bikes in driveways at our friends' houses because everyone I think I know has gotten a bike ran over. Did you when you were a kid? I for sure did. But I learned my lesson.
Got a lot stolen. Every single one, actually. Even when it was locked up. They'd just climb into our yard and cut the shit and then literally toss it over the fence and run away with it.
Well, we did not live in the hood.
So statistically, I probably did get one of my bikes ran over. I just probably wasn't on the bike at the time.
Yeah.
Somebody who stole it. I had a nice mongoose that I really loved that I got from my dad.
Nice.
It was stolen like instantly.
Oh, that's fucked up. I'm sorry.
I never heard of anybody getting it actually ran over though.
No, not a person. But I don't know why I thought you were talking about a person, and I was going to say no, the bikes.
Yeah,
I
the
think
bikes.
that was clear.
Yeah. This is cute.
Yeah. My dogs will love that. For sure.
Yeah, it's a clever way to get treats to them too. Make them earn it.
Yeah, the puzzles are fun. Treat puzzles.
I was out to dinner with my in-laws not too long ago, and in the middle of the meal, I received a text from my wife that said, I think my parents would really appreciate it if you took your hat off. And I took it off. But what I later learned is that my wife overheard my mother-in-law lean into my father-in-law and say, does he ever take that goddamn hat off? And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I'm losing my hair. I mean, I like to keep a hat on as much as I can. And really the root of it all is to that I'm so far away from living in a reality where somebody having their hat on bothers me because food is being ingested. I know this is like an age-old tradition, but what's the origin of this? Why is it so upsetting? It's just a piece of apparel. The equivalent to me would be literally like if I got upset because my buddy was eating Chilean sea bass, but he had a sock on, and now I'm livid. I can't see his toes. And for some reason, she couldn't see my scalp, and it bothered her that I was eating lobster ravioli while that was happening. Also, another thing that was on my mind the whole time was that there was a guy with us who had a toupee on. You mad about his hat? Because that's all this is. This is my toupee. I'm just not trying to pretend like it's hair, which to me is more respectable, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That dude's got a stranger's hair at the dinner table. That's more offensive
If it's even
than
hair.
me having a cotton fucking ball cap on. But I took it off because, you know, I love my in-laws. I love them. I'm way nicer to them than I am to my own parents. I'll tell you that. They asked me to take my hat off, I take it off. My own mom asked me to take my hat off at the dinner table. I'm putting the second one on. I was out to
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's just like at church where I feel like I even think it's disrespectful to wear a hat at church because it's like a tradition thing and a respect thing. But I never understood that about eating at the table. So I'm going to have to agree with him on that. It's archaic and weird. And I think some traditions make sense and some don't, for sure.
Probably shouldn't wear a sombrero at the table. For sure.
Why not? Then you can put the guacamole in the middle and
That's
or
true.
salsa and then the chips
Maybe you
on the
should
brim.
then.
Yeah, we should all do it and then we can just. Oh yeah, that'd be some good times.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Not at all.
Hey folks, it's been a while since I've done a video, but this vehicle behind me here just brought up a very good example of something y'all need to watch out for, especially with tax season being here. This is a 2015 Jeep Cherokee with 159,000 miles. You're going to see a lot of vehicles like this on the market right now. Now, it's not the vehicle in specific, but something that it has that I want y'all to look out for. Oil on the dipstick, near perfect, super clean. That itself is not a red flag, but what is pop these oil caps off. Pull them out slowly. You see how it strings? That means they put some super thick stuff in here. Let me show you why they do that. If you ever see the oil get stringy off the oil cap like that, run away. This is why. See, it's nice and quiet at idle. Listen to this.
Oh, she's got a
She
problem.
needs a motor. Hey folks, it's been a while.
But I feel like you're gonna test drive a vehicle and you're gonna hear that anyway, and that's.
Yeah.
But that's what my Hyundai did. Remember, it made that noise before the motor blew.
Yeah. What is he? I'm not really entirely sure what he means by thick stuff. Like he's making all these like, oh, you know what that means statements, and then he turns on the engine, and yeah, the engine sounds like shit.
So
But he doesn't really clarify
when he
anything.
said that about the oil being stringy and thick, to me, I was like, okay, it's gonna have an oil leak, and they're trying to hide that by putting a thicker oil.
Yeah.
I don't know what that has to do with the motor being bad, or
Right.
if putting a thicker oil would. I feel like it wouldn't make a difference, but
He's kind of leaving it up to us to just know what he means,
well,
if that makes sense.
all right. Well,
Okay.
he's just saying watch out for it, but I agree.
If it's yeah, I mean, if he knows something I don't, which he clearly does, I don't.
Well, I know about cars, and I have no idea why that would correlate with the. Yeah,
Right, you're
whatever.
manager at a company. So.
Please ignore the way that I look. I just read an article about a 28-year-old woman who lives in the Netherlands that requested and got approved for euthanasia because of her mental illness. This woman has borderline personality disorder, which is also the disorder that I have. And I couldn't believe it, so I researched, and it turns out there are thousands of people every year over there that put their names down on wait lists to die because they are in that much pain. I was diagnosed with this 3 years ago, and it has been the most isolating and challenging thing. This is a woman with a loving partner, a nice home, a decent life, who is going to end her life in May because her mental illness is that unbearable. I couldn't even believe what I was reading because no one is talking about it. We sit here and we watch videos of people talking about their outfits and their nice houses and their nice cars as if there aren't people writing their names down on wait lists to die. These are the things that we need to be talking about. People like Zoraya. I chose to build a platform where I can talk about this shit. So I'm sharing this to remind you, check in on your friends. Post videos about things that matter. The world is a fucked up place and a lot of people are struggling.
I have a few things to say. First of all, how are you going to say, oh, she has a decent life, and then go on to say, oh, her mental illness makes it so it's unbearable?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, there's so many things I want to say right now. So she goes on to say, post shit that matters. You're posting about this and that. Like, people can post about good things too.
Yeah.
What, are we only required to post about the shitty things in life?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is just out of fucking control. How about you do the work and the therapy so that you don't have a miserable fucking life?
Yeah.
I know people with BPD that function just fine and have good lives. I know people with BPD that use that as an excuse to continuously shit on people and, you know, like stay miserable and be a fucking victim. So maybe stop using your mental illness as an excuse to be a miserable sack of shit. Like, who hasn't been depressed? Everyone has. Shit is depressing. She's right about that. The world's fucking miserable, but it's also beautiful and amazing and wonderful and all of these positive things. So no, let's not just focus on the bad shit like she says and talk about the bad shit like she says. Like, no wonder you want to die, dude.
Yeah.
You think we should just only focus on negative things 100% of the time? Like, come on.
Well, and I don't know if she's Canadian or not, but she should look at the statistics for Canada for people who don't even have mental illnesses, technically, in some cases.
It's just at what point are they going to realize that? I mean, you have to take accountability for your own role in your mental well-being. Not just, I have a disease, I'm going to lay down and die about it. Unreal.
Yeah, it takes resources away from people who are actually in pain.
Exactly. There's a wait list now. So people with terminal cancer have to suffer another 6 months because you're too lazy to work and you want to die. Sorry,
Well,
I can't fucking get on board.
Not to take away from people's struggle, but
Hey,
it's also
just
to
speak up. I can't hear you.
not to take away from people's struggle, but it's also giving psychologists permission to give up. You're just saying, well, be a psychologist as much as you want to be, and then when you get sick of it, they can just self-delete. So, I mean, maybe we'll give you a kickback for that too, since we know it takes away years of extra income for you trying to heal this person before they make a terrible choice.
I usually am not the type to agree with people when they say that you're a coward if you kill yourself. It actually like really bothers me when people say shit like that. But in this case, I would agree.
Yeah, if you're in self-perceived pain and have a condition that is treatable in some way where you don't have to, like, she literally said she's still a functioning member of society with a family and everything. She said her life was not a problem and she's a member of society, yet she's going to self-delete. So, I mean, if you're a functioning member of society, I mean, you have the resources to try to, I don't know, treat yourself. But more and more we see treatment being these final solutions. It's like, comes up as lazy from the professionals. It's like the professionals are lazy, you know?
Agreed. Yeah. There's a lot of people at fault with that stuff.
We don't really care. So cut that off or end your life or whatever. So, you know,
Skip that one.
Okay.
Breaking news.
Do this one.
Breaking news coming out in the last 24 hours of attacks on U.S. water systems. That includes drinking water and wastewater systems. This out from the White House and the EPA. Take a look at the latest headlines coming out. Cyber attacks are targeting U.S. water systems, warns the EPA and the White House. Cyber attacks are hitting water systems throughout the U.S. Biden officials warn governors there's going to be a special meeting tomorrow with governors regarding protecting the water systems of the United States. White House, EPA warn water sector of cybersecurity threats. Iran may attack U.S. water supplies, warns the Biden administration. This coming out in the last 24 hours. Lifeline critical infrastructure systems face cybersecurity threat. And here's the official release from the EPA. Biden-Harris administration engages states on safeguarding water sector infrastructure against cyber threats. This coming out just yesterday in an official statement. And this comes as, take a look at this. We know they're in our networks. The CISA, who protects the United States against cyber attacks, officials say of a nation-state actor that's infiltrating U.S. critical infrastructure systems. However, I shared with you just recently, the CISA itself was hit by hackers, had to take key systems offline. The group responsible for protecting our infrastructure systems actually being hacked themselves. And this comes as the FBI director has been warning that Chinese hackers, they're preparing to wreak havoc on the U.S.'s critical infrastructure systems. And also we're hearing, as I mentioned, Iran, and they're saying a major attack is on the way. And we're already seeing that, as I've shared with you. Cyber attacks on hospitals are likely to increase, putting lives at risk, experts warn. And we've already seen pharmacies going down. So I've also shared with you that if you're somebody that wants some backup meds, I've got a link in the description below to lifesavervault.com and other resources as well, just in case we see these come to fruition. Now, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest so that way you can see it for yourself, what is actually unfolding in the last 24 hours. And please share this out, because for some reason, I am not seeing this on the mainstream news media. They're not sharing about the attacks on water systems that are coming out right now. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. Now, before we dive in, do me a quick favor, hit the like button if you appreciate the update.
So, watch Leave the World Behind. Makes sense. Biden was Obama's vice president. The Obamas produced Leave the World Behind. Leave the World Behind is about all of America's rivals teaming up and doing stuff like that. So
maybe that was just an ad for this Lifesaver Vault, because it says Lifesaver Vault, your ultimate emergency medication kit. In moments of crisis, every second counts. The Lifesaver Vault is your trusted partner, offering immediate access to life-saving medications and antibiotics, expertly curated by a dedicated team of physicians and clinical pharmacists. Prepare for the unexpected with Lifesaver Vault, where peace of mind meets medical preparedness. Choose your Lifesaver Vault, tailored for your needs. So the Essential Shield starts at $400. I see a Z-Pack or azithromycin, and then 4 other pill bottles. What's in here? That's the basic one. Yeah, for $397. So $400 for 5 medications. The Lifesaver Max is $597. And let's see, that has 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 medications. It doesn't say what they are. It's really weird. It says it's personalized, but then it looks like they have 2 different options. So that's, oh, here we go. Augmentin, Z-Pack, Cipro. Ooh, Cipro's horrible. Doxycycline. So it's basically a bunch of fucking antibiotics and probably like a steroid. Ivermectin, Zofran. So you need 30 tablets for nausea. Eye drops. Ofloxacin. No, sorry. Ofloxacin. Otic drops. Bactroban. An ointment. A cream. For psoriasis. Oh, this is just ridiculous. I feel like this was an ad for that now. Anyway.
it probably was. Most of them are.
Danny Masterson has just been smashed. in prison. He was at Corcoran State Correctional Institution out there in California. He heard that there was a hit on him by the GBG. He wasn't coming out of his cell. He wasn't coming out to get breakfast, to get lunch. He wasn't eating because he knew that he had a hit on him from the GBG, and once the GBG
Sand.
got on him, all the other prison organizations
Drink your milk.
wanted to follow suit.
Don't
They
do
wanted
that.
to be the ones to get the
Please.
trophy. Who is Danny Masterson? Who the first to get their hands on him? Well, somebody finally got their hands on him, and this is why he's now been moved to the California Men's Colony, which is a minimum to medium
A
security
fucking
prison yard.
retreat.
Much easier than where he just came from. And a guy who has a life sentence like Danny Masterson and hasn't even done more than a few
I'm all
years
cozy,
in
Tim
prison
Allen.
doesn't get moved to a very cozy yard like the California Men's Colony without something extreme happening.
Would you
And that's
say that?
exactly what happened. Two members of the BBCs, yes, the BBCs, I know what you're thinking. Get it out of your mind. You got dirty thoughts. It stands for the Brothers by Choice. That's what it stands for. Two members of the BBC Brothers by Choice jumped on Danny while he was being escorted to the kitchen to get his food because he was too scared to come out of his cell to get his own food. Danny Master.
Yeah, that's what
Little
happens.
bitch was scared, and then he got his ass beat. Good.
That's what happens.
Yeah, don't be a grapist.
Right.
A crapist.
Let's see what's on this one.
Okay, I need help. Is this normal? Every time we go to bed, this is what I have to deal with. Okay, honey, good night. Time to turn off the lights.
Hail Tim Allen!
Okay, I need help. Is this normal? Every time we go to bed.
Oh, I didn't know that about you. Yeah, share that last one. Oh, you did. That's pretty interesting. I'd like to hear some of your stories.
Yeah, it happens a lot. Getting
I was friends with someone, sorry.
street justice.
I was friends with someone who had an uncle. Well, she still has an uncle that's in prison for life, and that's what he does. He kills the chomos.
The P3DOs.
Yep. And I love it. Oh yeah, you did just tell me that. I did quality assurance for a metal fabrication shop.
How long have y'all been together?
Wow, that's kind of a loaded question.
Yeah, I'm gonna let her answer
Years
that
and
one.
years and years.
Kind of like that, yeah.
How is that a
Do
loaded
y'all trust
question?
each other 100%?
Yeah.
May we test the theory?
Sure.
Y'all two swap phones.
Oh, absolutely.
Good. You got Snapchat? Yeah. Can we go through Snapchat? Oh, you gotta let her hold the phone. Yeah. Where's Snapchat? Go to Snapchat.
Go ahead and go to Snapchat. This is a good exercise.
Swipe up. Who is Deborah?
Who is Deborah Trevino? It doesn't show anything.
I'm feeling you too. I got the phone, man.
Oh, yeah, let's not see that.
Babe, are you serious?
On Valentine's Day?
I guess we're gonna have to fight.
Yeah, that's not it.
Aw, he's probably so embarrassed and hurt right
Okay,
now.
well, I
I'm
guess we've
trying
got
not
some
to.
work to
Oh,
do.
dude, I bet her heart's about to explode.
I'm a little disappointed in him, so we're gonna have to work through this.
You don't want to continue the process or just stop right here?
What do you mean?
Like, continue to go through his phone?
Sure, I do. Is there anything else that I need to go through?
Oh.
Yeah, let's stop there.
Stop it?
Okay.
I mean, we can talk about it. We can show you.
Sure, we'll go through some stuff, but I appreciate you bringing it up.
Okay. I'm glad to help.
How?
That's so fucking awkward, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
That lady, like years and years, like she was so confident too. She trusted him. That's so fucked up.
Right. Never asked.
I wish that was staged, but I doubt it. Oh.
It seemed pretty like good acting if it's staged.
No, she looked pretty, like she looked really hurt and trying to act like she wasn't trying not to fucking bust in tears or get upset or yeah. Poor lady.
Yeah. Even when people are outed Tim Allen, it does like the reason it's so awkward is because it does feel just like a huge like weird invasion of like something.
Dude, she's like gorgeous compared to him too. So like just get rid of that trash bag. Find someone who's gonna be good to you.
Right.
Unreal.
They're drafting people in Russia. They're fucking drafting. It's called partial drafting. So the men are divided into 3 categories. The first category is before 35 years old, but with a military experience. So whoever served in the army will be drafted first. They already got drafted. So my best friend, he managed to leave the country yesterday. My dad at least too old, but my best friend, she cannot live with her husband. They don't have any money. And I don't know if they're still letting people leave. Yesterday night they did, but if you received an army letter invitation, you cannot leave. If you leave, it will be immediate 10-year sentence in jail.
Yeah.
They're drafting people in Russia.
Russia doesn't mess around with that.
So they're doing drafting of retirees, even a guy that said he was retired for 11 years.
Yep.
In the US. So they're just drafting everyone. Like, here we fucking go, man.
The birthright of men is to die first.
If they start a draft, I'm cutting your trigger finger off.
I got 8 other fingers, 10 toes,
It'll
two,
get
two
you out of the
eyes.
draft.
Yeah.
Can I cut it off?
What?
Will you let me cut your trigger finger off to get you out of a draft?
Oh, I'm saying they after a certain point they don't care, especially if they find out I'm a writer or something.
Andy, if you're missing your trigger finger, you wouldn't be able to.
But I can spot for missiles, and I
You
can
can't.
turn a wrench.
I don't know if it's true, but I think
I can
you
carry a
wouldn't be
backpack.
allowed in the military. They actually have things. We can say you have a heart murmur.
George R. Martin got out of it by just submitting his manuscript to the government, and he's like, "Bro, I've always been anti-war. Look at this." And then they were like, "Okay, you're exempt." That's the last time that ever happened, though. If
We'll
a
find
draft
a way to
happens
get you
again-
out of it.
If a draft happens again, if it goes that far, they won't care because it's gone that far. So
You have such a wealth of knowledge about things. We enjoy you very much. I will do that.
Tim Allen, yes. And the draft is coming back soon. Dun, 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 dun.
I really... Nope, you can't get drafted. I won't survive without you.
Yes. Oh, it's a perfect loop. Oh no. There's people lost on this video for hours.
Yeah.
So y'all think this is normal? I think this is normal, stuff. I know that it goes off every summer, right? In Minnesota, we get the weekly tornado sirens. But when you learn about sound frequency, and,
Hold on,
what
can
it
we
does
pause
to your
this for a
body,
second? Yeah, I'm also from Minnesota. And no, we don't get weekly tornado sirens. It's at 1 p.m. on the first Wednesday of the month, lady.
Yeah, once a month.
She does.
So
But anyway, we don't even have to watch the rest of that because the siren's annoying. But she talks about how vibrations affect the body, which they do.
She's onto something with her conspiracy, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, what if it is just frequency for whatever reason? Right.
Yeah.
It's odd. There's some story fuel there.
I'm going to be right back.
Okay. Do you want me to play the next one?
Oops. I hope I didn't just flash everyone. Jeez.
I don't think you did.
Oh. Oh, man.
But yeah, here. How about this? I will.
Can you edit that so you have like a thing that pops up in front of my crotch?
I don't know.
Oh.
Tim Allen, I'm going to show you some cool shit here. And then we'll go back to the other ones. But there's some quotes here that I had earlier. First of all, let's get this one in there. Because it's a good one. Check this out. Check this out.
This was bugging me, so I wanted to put one on to actually see it.
Is it her teddy bubs?
Yeah.
So on these, when I found out these existed, I was like all over that. I still got to follow like pages and stuff, but like every time I see a video like that pop up, I have to click on it and watch it because they're just so fascinating. I guess they have rules for it where you're not allowed to like do to half sword and other techniques and stuff like that, and it's more about scoring points, like MMA or something, rather than because like they're using axes on each other sometimes and like real blades, and like there's some parts of their body that's not armored, like the back of their legs and stuff. You could easily just slip an axe around the back of the leg there. I'm watching them and I'm like, they're not trying to kill each other for sure. For sure they're not, because it would be a way different fight. But it's still entertaining, and I would love to get behind like watching that all the time. Like sports. What do you think of the Knights?
I'm just trying to read the comment. I love the drum kit you guys are about to see. A great place to get away. I'm gonna do that.
Tim Allen had a 6 p.m. local fire department test growing up. Probably a good thing to keep people. But again, like what that lady was getting at. What if it's just like weird frequency or something?
To make us stoops, like the fluoride.
But yeah, I mean,
Air fluoride.
We need like air raid alarms and fire alarms and tornado alarms.
Air fluoride. Anyway.
Yeah, we'll go to the next one here.
Do it. I love that drum kit so much.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
Yeah, it is. It looks awesome.
That's probably like his whole show too. Probably goes through a lot of drum kits too. So the point is probably just getting cheap ones, because you're gonna pour paint all over it and shit. Unless he has some sort of crazy way of cleaning it. I don't know. I grew up 800 feet from the firehouse. Very safe.
Well, if you start on fire, they're right there.
Right.
For anyone not paying attention, the United States just secured funding to give taxpayer money to Northrop Grumman to put a fucking train on the fucking moon. You don't have health care because we need fucking moon trains. This country is a fucking joke. Remember don't have health care because the goddamn moon needs a fucking trade from a goddamn weapons contractor. Fuck America. This is the most fucked country on earth. And fuck you, Joe Biden, and every Democrat and every fucking Republican. All you have done is shown us that the cruelty is the only fucking point you have. Take this train and shove it up your ass.
I wholeheartedly agree.
That video is getting clipped. Especially there was the one part where it's like,
We don't have health care because of moon trains.
just that part. Just like that part only. Somebody make it the intro to their show.
We don't have health care because of moon trains.
I'm going to just say that all the time. Oh, Obamacare nearly killed a friend of mine because she lost her INS. Insurance, yeah. While she was
That's so
battling
terrible.
cancer.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Sucks. Sorry, buddy.
I hope she's doing okay now.
Yeah.
Hey, so I wanted to quickly try to share with you an incident that happened to us at Ingalls in Dallas, North Carolina yesterday. We stopped by there for a quick bite to eat after church. My husband and my oldest son went to the restroom. Myself and the baby were waiting on them to come back, and I was approached by a very well-dressed lady. She had basic things in her cart such as bread, cheese, tomatoes, bottled water, a few herbs. And she started telling me how beautiful I was and how handsome the baby was. Then she told me that she was from Dubai and she had lost her wallet, and she pointed down into her crossbody, which I could see was half empty. She said she had 6 kids at home to feed and asked if there was any way that I could buy this bread and stuff for her. I really didn't think of anything of it at first, and I kind of quickly agreed. I said, yeah, that should be fine. Let me just wait on my husband. And she started motioning for me to come to the register. Oh, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. Just, very thankful. And, I still wasn't thinking too much of it. But she did kind of want me to follow her on to the register. So I slowly started walking because they should have been back anytime. We got about halfway there, and I was approached by another woman who had AirPod Pros. And she told me that she was the lady's sister and that they wanted to give me the AirPod Pros in exchange for buying the groceries. I told her I didn't need anything for buying the groceries, and then she was persistent that I take the AirPod Pros. And I kept telling her no. And then she proceeded to try to shove them into my crossbody purse. At which point I take a few steps back. And I told them that I couldn't go any further until I called my husband. I called Mike and he came rather quickly. I didn't really have time to explain everything to him. He just knew that the lady needed help buying the bread and stuff that was in her cart. So we just proceeded. I didn't see any harm in just helping somebody buy something, even if it felt a little off for some reason. And then we proceeded on to the register and started checking out everything. We were about halfway through checking out, and the sister who had the AirPods, she brought her cart on up, and the one lady motioned to her and said, go ahead and put your stuff up here too. And Mike said, no, I'm only paying for one of you. And then she was persistent with the AirPod Pros again. She said, no, I'll give you these AirPod Pros, in exchange for the groceries. You buy these and I will give you these. And I kept telling her no, and he told her no, that we were only buying one. And they started kind of angrily talking back and forth in their own language. And then she started trying to give the AirPod Pros to my oldest son.
Oh, I'd be pissed.
She kept asking him, take them, take these. You can take these. These can be yours. These can be yours. They'll just buy my groceries too. And these can be yours. So I took both kids and moved an aisle over. Mike finished checking out. he knew of some sort of scam where people return groceries, for the money. So he was going to keep the receipt. They quickly left. They left, and we were walking away, and Zach turned to me and he said, "Mom, I'm glad you didn't take those." I saw on Reels that they use the AirPod Pros to track your location.
Yeah.
So that started making sense to me. I got home. We looked it up on Google. I didn't really see much. And then I came here on TikTok and it was everywhere. So I just wanted to share my incident as well. Don't take the AirPods. I'm glad that we didn't. But they can use them to track your location. And I really believe that we probably avoided a human trafficking situation, or in the least, something of being robbed later or something.
Yep.
So I just wanted to generate some awareness about the way society is now.
Recently I was sitting in my car and I had a box of diapers in the passenger seat. And I'd say probably an early adult came up to my passenger side window and said, "Hey, can I use your phone to call my mom?" And I got the vibe he was preying on me, seeing that I was a mom myself. And I just got this feeling. I'm like, I'm not handing you my phone, because I immediately thought he's going to run away with my phone and try to make me chase him, and they're going to try to steal the car, right? So I said, "Give me her number. We're doing this on speakerphone." And he still tried to grab the phone out of my hand. And the number he gave me, it went to voicemail right away, or some kind of message like that. But it didn't ring. And he's like, "Oh, never mind. Thanks." And he took off. But don't even let people use your phones. I know you want to be good people, but it's getting out of hand. And they will. The human trafficking, I can see the robbery, but I can also see the human trafficking because of the baby. Because why aren't you going to ask someone that doesn't have a baby to feed for help?
I think robbery is the first thing that would cross my mind, but it's all kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Tied together,
Yeah.
they're just trying to manipulate you into doing something. So.
Tim Allen says, take a self-defense class. My uncle, who passed, he used to train police dogs and search and rescue and things like that. And he taught me a few things growing up. It's still a good idea to do that. But I also carry. I have a firearm.
Yeah. Gotta.
Yeah.
For the sick, the elderly, and the vulnerable among us.
The innocent.
You gotta.
I'm fucking pissed right now. Just watch this bullshit.
This guy had liposuction, by the way. Pause it for a sec. By the way, I will not respect his pronouns. He is a man. And I'm only saying this because he's a terrible person. When you have zero redeeming qualities, I'm not entertaining your fucking bullshit. Especially when I have lost a son.
Yeah. When it comes, it's particularly offensive to people who actually have gone through this. So.
Yeah, he's saying he had a stillborn baby, which he didn't. He had liposuction.
And it just gets worse. Since when are we making fun of people and laughing and poking fun of people that experience stillbirth, pregnancy loss, or infant loss? In what universe would anybody think that that is okay? I personally have not experienced stillbirth. I've had 2 miscarriages. But I lost my daughter at 2 months old to SIDS, and I did have to have a funeral for her. I did have to try and put her body in the ground, but I couldn't because it was too hard. And the funeral director
had to help me do it. Approximately 21,000 babies are born stillborn each year in the United States alone. I hold such a special place in my heart for mothers who have experienced stillbirth because not only are they told that their child has passed away, I've delivered 4 children, and the thought of having to go through labor or a very intense surgery to deliver a child who has passed away, like, to me, that takes so much strength. And the thought that anybody could poke fun or think like that's funny is just disgusting. I'm usually not confrontational on my TikTok page, but this is beyond fucked up. And just, there is no words except for disgusting. I'm fucking.
Yeah.
It's really unbelievable. But we also live in the world where I have seen so many people on TikTok making fun of disabled children. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it seems like a really safe space on TikTok. It's like it's just Chinese Twitter, but video version. That's all it is. Oh, I'm sorry, Tanala.
I'm very sorry to hear that. It's hard. We had 3 cycles in a row when we started trying to have a baby, and so the first 3 cycles got positive pregnancy tests and then got my period. So that's called a chemical pregnancy. It's just a very early miscarriage, whether you know that or not. And then our sticky baby was all in, and it was 16 weeks when they told me at the ultrasound, which I had to be alone because of COVID. And they said that there was no fetal movement or heart rate. And so then I had to go have a second ultrasound at the radiology just to make sure. And then the next morning I had to be induced and deliver him. So it's, he passed from a cord accident, but yeah, that's the most horrible thing in the world. So
yeah, it's true loss.
Yeah, my heart goes out to you. It's really tough.
Let's see if we can have a good one here. Dad's getting ready for work. For those listening, just so you know. Sorry,
That's my
listeners.
dad 100%. Thank goodness that's not my husband, though.
Yeah,
Drive me
yeah.
crazy.
Just nothing to say on that.
Good. Yes. Here, you're gonna hit. Yeah, just get out. I gotta get out. Hi. How are you today?
Who was talking to us back there?
Do you have a question? A
About
different question?
about somebody saying you don't have to be this difficult?
It doesn't have to be that difficult to order a sandwich. There's a way to order it, and it just confuses the cooks in the front.
So if I don't want my sandwich with everything on it, we're not
You just
allowed
simply say
to.
that at the beginning, because when they put it in, it already prompts up to the front. Everything you say back there goes all the way to that front. So it just confuses them. So they start making it with everything on it, and then you say you don't want it and you just want bacon. So it confuses the cooks.
Okay,
The
but
best
there's
way
a
to order
nice
sandwich
there's a
is
nicer
plain,
way.
add bacon,
Okay, but there's a nicer way to say stuff.
and there's a proper way to order food. So
All
by the
right.
same
If
time
you don't want
order
your
food, they have
job,
the argument.
if you don't want your job, just quit.
Ma'am, if you don't know how to order food, then go somewhere else.
Don't play with me.
Ma'am, don't play with me. I'm not going to go ahead and pay. Go ahead. Here's your card. Cancel that order that's coming up. Take your card, please. Thank you, sir. Have a great day.
Yep, fuck you too.
I have really,
Yep.
You stupid ass bitch.
really strong feelings on this because every damn comment on TikTok is on the manager's side, and I am fucking dumbfounded about that. Because even if they had ordered it and didn't say that right away, your job, I've been a manager enough to know, that is completely unacceptable. And I hope she lost her job. You don't treat people like that, even if they're fucking annoying and order how you don't like, or you have to remake a burger. Unreal. You could also, I agree, but everyone on TikTok was like, oh yeah, she's a boss. Oh, I'm on the manager side. Dead serious. And I'm like, you could hear a baby in the car too. So it's like those, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just, yeah, those parents are tired. They're hungry. Give them a break. And you're just like a menopausal bitch. Just, I can't believe people were on her side. Totally unacceptable to treat a customer that way. And if you wanted to say, hey, just so you know, we try to get it done as fast as possible. So they had already started making your sandwich. So next time if you order it, you know, plain with whatever, plain with bacon added, we can get it done just a little bit faster and it makes it easier. You could just approach it nicely, but I would have not said shit.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, the world is crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
Recently, somebody asked if being a dog mom is my only personality trait. And of course it's not. I'm also a bitch. Recently.
Me too.
Saving my change for the last 10 years, and I'm about to fill it. And this is the way I do it every time I walk into my house.
Sorry again, Tim, about that. That's so hard. I wonder how much that is.
Quite a bit usually. Looks like a lot of quarters in there too.
Yeah. I think the comment said, it was like so many years. I think he said like 25 years.
Saving my change for the last
10
years.
It says right there.
10 years. Yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Why are you taking pictures of me for? You're right there, love. What? How can we taking pictures of me?
You're not supposed to be parked here. This is my parking space.
No, you can park anywhere you want, love. I live here.
No, there's lots of other spaces for you to park in.
And for you to
No, I've been parking in this space for the past 10 years. I live here.
So do I.
Well, this is still my space.
Okay.
So you can use one of those.
Yeah, but so can you.
Excuse me. I mean, do you know who my boyfriend is?
Who's your boyfriend?
Do you have any idea who my boyfriend is?
Who's your boyfriend?
He's Kyle Smith. Why are you laughing? That's so disrespectful. You obviously don't know him.
Kyle?
Do you?
Who's Kyle?
He is the Kyle Smith. And if you don't move from my
Who's
parking
Kyle?
space,
What? Is that Kyle over there?
No. If you don't move from here, okay, he's gonna come down here and make you move. If you know what's good for you,
Kyle,
you're not gonna let him do
boy
that.
Kyle, what's Kyle gonna do, love? What's Kyle gonna do?
You obviously don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know
It's
who Kyle
the
is.
Kyle
The Kyle Smith.
Smith.
Sorry, love.
Do you have dementia?
There's only one. The Kyle
I'm
Smith
pretty sure
is
there's
my
one.
boyfriend, and if you can see me
This laugh
arguing
is
with you
insane.
here, he's gonna come down and smash it at the very, very least.
Kyle, love.
It's infectious.
Don't call me love.
Why?
Because that's disrespectful.
All right, and just,
You're a stranger.
okay.
He's a.
My boyfriend calls me love.
All right, well that's
Darling,
good for Kyle.
babe, whatever.
Okay, well
You
that's good for
don't.
Kyle, love. All right.
She's the archetype
He
of
just
respect.
called me love. Just move your two-bit car over there
But
and
why
get
can't
out
you
of my
move farther
space.
there?
Because I've parked here for the past 10 years.
Okay, but
you
you're parked
haven't
here
been
now.
here for 10 years.
Yeah, no, I've not been in.
Exactly. So move your car. This is my space.
Is it your space or is it Kyle's space?
It's my space.
Okay.
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 My boyfriend.
Okay. I don't want your boyfriend. Yeah, the Kyle's.
Kyle Smith. Okay. He won't even park his car here because he knows it's my space.
Kyle. Little boy Kyle.
You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking
No,
about.
absolutely.
I don't-
Well, I'm
of
glad you've
course-
admitted it.
Well, I don't know who
Obviously
Kyle
not.
is,
If
love.
you don't know who Kyle Smith is, you don't even know what your own name is.
Well, obviously I know what my name is, love. I just don't know who Kyle is.
Well,
I don't believe you actually don't know who he is.
I don't know who he
I
is, love.
don't
Who is he?
believe-
Who is he,
I'm
love? Is he a
absolutely-
famous
I'm
dart
gobsmacked.
player?
I mean, I'm.
Does he work for Greg's? I don't know who he is.
Oh my God. He won't believe it either when I tell him.
What? Tell him
Look,
what?
do me a favor.
Is he a dart player, love? Does he play darts?
He's a professional. You don't want to know what of. All right?
Professional.
You
Professional boy Kyle.
No, you don't want to know what he's a professional of. Just know, for your own safety,
For my own safety, yeah.
he
Kyle,
is
yeah.
the
Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith. Move your car. Okay?
Or else what? Kyle's gonna come in.
Oh, yeah, he is, and I'm just going to go get him.
Well, go
Okay?
get
By the
him.
time I come back with him, you'd better be moved from here.
Or else what?
Or
I wanna
L.
see
What's his name again?
Kyle come out.
Watch my mouth. Watch my lips. The Kyle Smith.
That's another clip. That's another clip. Dude, the internet's failing if they don't get the clip of this is why we don't have healthcare because of the trains on the moon and the Kyle Smith. You gotta get on that internet
Yeah.
for sure.
Who else is here? We have 2 viewers. Welcome, mystery person.
Hail, second viewer.
So this next one is a voicemail thing that people use to prank people, and it's amazing. I should do this to my dad.
Darling, guess who just escaped the psych ward? That's right, baby. It's your papa. Big Carrington's home from jail. My love, I've been drawing pictures of you with blood every single day. What's your location? Tell me right now.
Tell me right now.
Tell me right now. Is that? But what are those balls on the
Yeah, it looks like balls
paper towel?
right here.
Balls.
Right here, if you can. Oh, my mouse
Is it a-
isn't popping up.
Is it a gourd? Or is it just a pair of balls? Weird.
Looks like a pair of balls though.
No, it is a prank. People have been playing that voicemail saying it's their ex-boyfriend for whoever, and yeah. I love that prank.
Right.
You can probably just keep them up and scroll, up now.
Do you
I
want
love
to
it.
see you first, or you want to see me first?
I don't care.
Sit down. I'm
It looks just like him.
I can't see it unless I stand up.
You ready?
I'm ready. Are you freaking kidding me? Hey, that's pretty damn good. Holy shit. Now I feel bad. Look at those muscles. Wait, that's very, 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 very
Okay.
I'm not gonna like you.
Okay, let's
Blue eyes.
here. Put it beside you.
Oh my god. That's very good.
Come here closer.
Look at my nipples.
Look at me. Put it beside
Look at
you.
my nipples.
That's very good, babe.
Okay, your turn.
I like how she drew him shirtless.
Yeah.
Babe, I'm not kidding. I'm impressed.
Here. No, here. You got to get my face.
What do you mean?
Record me while you turn it around.
She's like a
Dude, that's a
big
book
ass
cover.
ape in the trees.
It's a book cover, man.
You did really good.
Chewbacca? Who the hell is that?
Noses are tricky, man.
I'm so surprised. Mine looks really good. Yeah.
The beard that sells it.
I hate you.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Do you want to?
Ready? I think it's pretty good. Okay, take this and hold it up next to you. Okay, now you can turn around.
I have a tumor on my neck.
You know you have a turtleneck on.
That looks good. Babe.
It's not bad.
Yep. I look more like a girl than you do.
Okay, wait. Okay, now you gotta take this.
No,
Okay, now you gotta.
Oh god.
Dude,
And she's not black. Oh man.
he's
He
trying to
just
get
race swapped her.
he's trying to get her proper skin hue,
Yeah, I bet.
but he's not a painter, so
I haven't even looked at it yet.
The eyes are just wild, dude.
it's like bugging.
She doesn't even have a neck.
Yeah, just goes from head to body.
Xander?
Yeah. I like how the noises changed. Get it nice and golden crisp.
Do you feel that?
You feel it, Tim Allen. Another anonymous viewer.
Do you feel that?
Feel it.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Drowning deep in my sea of loathing, broken.
Will you give it to me?
It's so ridiculous. I love it.
Wake me up! I can't wake up! Save me! Wake me up! I can't wake up!
The perfect couple song. Oh, the images sell it. Hell yeah. This is like a high octane music video. Oh yeah. Better than everything on the radio.
Flowers in a mason jar, baby. Come on. Here's the deal. I was in Kroger's a few minutes ago, and they had flowers. I have no idea what I'm doing at all. I know you're supposed to use scissors. I don't know what the hell this is. I feel like she'd like that. So I guess you just cut like different lengths. We'll cut that one right there. There we go. That's a good start. That's a good start. This one a little
I wish you
longer.
would let the pieces he's
Oh,
cutting
yeah.
off drop instead of the flower.
Yeah.
I actually feel like this is already looking pretty damn good. But see, where I'm struck, I don't know if you cut the little limbs off.
How would
I'm going
you?
to say yes. I'm going to be so for real with y'all. I never in a million years thought I would be doing something like this. But it's crazy what love will make you do, you know? I don't know if it's acceptable to put those back in, the little clip.
What do you mean, yup?
We're not going to do that right
What crazy shit do you do for love?
Look at that bad boy. Oh, and by the way, I couldn't find the stand for the flowers. So
Everything.
we're using a mason jar. I feel like this is going pretty well. I would say, what the hell is that? Flower food. I guess you dust them in that. I don't really know. I'm going to match it on that side. And I'm going to let him stick out just a little bit taller.
Oh, he's getting the energy.
Yellow in there. I don't see much yellow.
I like that he's making her a bouquet.
Well, it's becoming like a project to him now. He can get into it.
All these
He's identifying aspects about it that he can connect with.
I mean, this is going pretty well. I need to fill in some spots, I think. Oh, this is the the
How many
piece
did
of the
he
puzzle.
buy?
There's another one of them damn packets. It's like that packet at the bottom of the beef jerky.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what that's like. You know what?
Yeah, I saw the dip too.
These,
You need the
got
dip.
one around the bottom, because I feel like that
What
adds
dip?
a little
He's got a dip in his lip.
substance. If
That's
I
why he's
could
talking
spend
about it.
$20, and it means a lot to her, shit. By all means, I'll do it every time. Oh, this is nice.
My grandpa used to use chewing tobacco, and
Oh, that's so much better.
I'd always ask for some when I was really little,
made
and he
this.
said I couldn't have any because it was grandpa candy.
Butter on the biscuit later.
So
you know what
I always
mean?
call it
It'll
grandpa
make her
candy.
happy.
Grandpa
Makes me happy.
Yeah.
So, guys, go to your grocery store, spend $20, and make her day.
Dude, it's
And I
like
guess I'm supposed to
$20 doesn't buy you that many bouquets.
No, that was. You still need to fork over another 10 to get a bouquet of roses on Valentine's Day if you want, if that's what you're talking, bro. But I bet he's a grizzly man, Tim Allen. I bet he's a grizzly man. I'm thinking wintergreen.
All right. Move to the next one. No, he's a Copenhagen fella.
Yeah, Cope. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Grab right foot a little leg up. Hot start right away to shake up. While you're in keys on the table, here you go, create another fable.
You want to.
Grab right foot a little leg up. Hot start right away to shake up. While you please keys on the table. I don't think you can.
Their stage moves are the best. Oh yeah. All the
Why do you do that?
just
Hot start right away to shake up. While you please keys on the table. Create another fable. Grab right foot a little leg up. Come on. Hot start right away to shake up. While you please keys on the table. I don't think you can.
good stuff.
Yeah.
They sound like me, and I hate my singing. Tim Allen said, "Oh my god, yeah." They bring back some memories from when I started.
Don't have your seatbelt on.
I do not need this right now. I'm
Need
having
what?
a mental breakdown. Please do not do this to me right now.
All right, well-
Nothing's wrong with me, but like, this cannot happen right now.
Whoa, stay in the car.
So talk to me like that.
Well, please get back in the car.
I don't like this. I don't like any of this.
Why are you making this more difficult than it needs to be?
Because he showed up with his mean ass mentality, and I don't do
You didn't do
well with
anything.
well with aggressive men, okay? I just don't. I'm not talking to you. I'm not going to listen to you talking to me like this.
She's hanging out of the car.
Huh.
There's a reason that I smell the odor of an non-alcoholic beverage coming from.
There's many alcohols in my car because they've been there for like,
Are they open?
no.
Then why would I smell it?
Here we go.
Okay.
Put me on blast.
I'm going to request you perform roadside tasks.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to recite the alphabet starting with the letter A all the way forward.
This is just a good idea.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, G, G, R, K. I didn't have done this since I was like 12. Oh my god, I don't think I remember the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, H, I.
You'll be placed under arrest for driving under the influence.
I mean this with all of my heart. You do not want
It
to
is
put me in that
made.
car. You don't want me to put in that car.
You're going in the car.
Okay. Somebody, you have to, this is, I can't even deal with you.
Don't have your
Good stuff.
I'm
I think we watched this original video.
Yeah, we did.
I think we did because I remember her saying, "Oh my god, I've been doing this since I was like 12." Like she gets so frustrated because she can't remember it because you're wasted.
difficult than it needs to be.
Dude, she got a guardian angel hitting this gap. Oh my god.
No, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Let's go. Walk right over to the front of my squad car. Put your phone down, please. Would you consent to do field sobriety exercises?
Oh my god, go right ahead.
You would do them?
Who gives a
I do. That's what I'm asking.
Is that a dumbass Wisconsin ass cop question? You guys are laughable.
Stop.
Look at you. Look at you.
Get together just like this and your hands at your sides. Keep your hands down your sides the whole time. Keep your hands down your sides the whole time. I know that's confusing. So I'm going to use my right leg. I'm going to hold it 6 inches above the ground. And I'm going to count 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000.
1,
Until I tell
1,000,
you,
2, 1,000,
no,
3, 1,000.
I'm explaining the test. You'll start it after I get done
You
explaining
are
it.
so entitled.
So keep your hands at your sides. I know you can't do that right now. I need you to do it though. Do you understand this test?
Do you understand that you are overcompensating for your fucking ability?
Do you understand the test, or would you like
You're
to fail it?
overcompensating. I hope you know that.
Last chance, or you fail the test. Are you counting out loud?
Wow, Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, you can be done. Would you submit to a preliminary breathalyzer test?
No.
Okay, turn
Do I
around.
need to? What if I don't?
Then you don't. Would you like to do a test or not?
Shut up!
Okay, put your hands behind your back.
You're mean.
Okay.
I don't get what you're telling me.
No, it's super simple. You have the opportunity to take the test, and
Okay, tell me you're entitled without telling me you're entitled. You ugly ass, stupid ass motherfucker.
dude, she got a guardian angel hit.
Yeah,
Those are fucking hilarious.
and yeah, I'm pretty. These are very entertaining. The original videos too, but for somebody to edit it like this is just a good idea. Unlimited content. Go get another body cam video.
Yeah, they have plenty.
Yeah.
The story is this kid in college was walking and he was just like a normal
Did you
kid,
say this?
and this like jock guy started to like, and then he pushed him like super hard, and he like hit his head.
Oh no.
And then like woke up, he's like, oh my gosh, that hurt so bad. And then just went on to class and stuff. Goes into class and he sees this really beautiful girl, basically was pursuing her, and she like had a bunch of bad relationships or whatever. Finally, a couple months later, they ended up dating. Long story short, they got married, super in love, they had kids, he had a job, all this is great, right? He said that like every night he would go into his kids' rooms and like read him a story, all this stuff, you know. And then one night after leaving the kids' room, he was looking at this lamp in his living room, and he's like, there's something wrong with that lamp. And he kept on staring. Every day he would come and stare at it, and then it got so consuming to him that he like was missing work, he was neglecting the kids, his wife. He would just sit in the living room and just stare at this lamp. His whole marriage fell apart because he was obsessed with this lamp, and his wife left him with the kids.
Oh no.
And then he finally one day was like went over to this lamp, and he's like, this lamp's not real. And all of a sudden the lamp started to glow, and then all of a sudden he like got super cold, and it like turned into like a portal, sucked him through, and he woke up
on the concrete
in front of the college.
No.
He lived 10 years
No.
in this reality, this false reality, because
Oh my
he got
gosh.
knocked unconscious. He just like suffered with depression. He's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, I
because
miss
his
my
wife and
family,
kids don't
yeah.
exist.
Oh my gosh.
And so, but he said every night he would have a dream of his 5-year-old son, and like would have conversations with them, but those people didn't exist. The story is
That's fascinating.
I've actually read that on the subreddit Glitch in the Matrix. It's like the original one. It's fascinating how that happens.
Yeah. Every single story I hear like this, I mean, sometimes they're kind of like, but like a lot of times it's like makes you think. You know, I think I've heard this one before too.
Yeah, I think I read it to you before.
Yeah. Yeah.
So wild.
Whatever this podcast is, they talk about a lot of trippy stuff. It's interesting. I like their clips.
How about if a child ingests opioid or touches a fentanyl patch that accidentally fell on the floor and the floor wasn't cleaned properly? It does happen. Actually, it hasn't happened because I researched this. I couldn't find one child in the United States who accidentally overdosed on a prescription fentanyl patch that fell off of somebody in the home. And that's not to say that accidents don't happen. However, However, I was able to find data supporting that children were poisoned by illicit fentanyl coming through our borders. So I think at this point, Americans, we need to ask ourselves one important question. Should we continue to punish the pain patient and ignore the illicit fentanyl poisoning crisis, or do we just continue to focus on the pain patient, making their life a living hell, and wait for another 122,000 Americans to be poisoned from illicit fentanyl? That's probably the question. Let's stop stretching here. Let's stop stretching. Let's address the real crisis in the United States. It's border illicit fentanyl that's killing Americans. I cannot find one American that died from prescription pain medication alone prescribed to that individual. Not one. And if you want to challenge me, you challenge me and you send me that death certificate and we'll review it. You folks keep fighting and we're going to do the same.
Yep, the war on drugs is a joke. It's never worked and it never will.
Probably.
And you can drink.
And when you say totally open border, you're not factoring in any sort of morality. With when you say everybody, you're saying good and bad. So she's right about the border fentanyl.
Scalp massage.
Ma'am, do you want to do anything? Hey, stop. You're not going to walk away from us.
Oh, real quick, Tim Allen says a buddy of mine did an ancestry test and found out he goes back to Dracula.
Oh yeah.
That's sick. Hey, your sister did an ancestry test, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're interesting.
No, that's not how this works.
Oh,
So done being scary. I have my head here. I want to press George's.
George's, okay. In reference to what?
I love how he said George's.
She's not the one that struck you. She's not the one that struck you. I just watched the video.
I want that person put in troubles.
Okay.
How do you do the troubles?
I watched the video. You guys are both kicking each other. So you guys are both fighting. So therefore, you can go to jail too.
I'm looking at you, and 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 I'm so disappointed in all of you.
Okay.
I was goddamn assaulted, and you guys, you. I know you're a tiny little spot.
We gotta detain her right now. Detain her.
Oh,
Detain her.
calm down. I didn't do anything. Oh, are you gonna put me in a basket tray?
Yes, we are.
Oh, goody, yes! What?
Ma'am, stop.
Oh, man, suck your salad. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say what I've been trying to say for a long time. How is that the goddamn cows can be so fat? How the goddamn do you think you're gonna catch a goddamn doing something very
Just goes to making fun of their weight.
eating cake? You stupid!
There's
Ma'am,
another
you want
clip.
to do anything? Hey, stop.
There's another clip. Stop eating cake.
Stop eating cake.
Dude, it's just filled with golden clips.
All right, it calls for 1 dozen eggs. So this is a dozen. And I figured you didn't
I'm gonna make this so sweet again.
We'll get these all mixed up. Two cups of whole milk. And 1 cup of heavy cream. Now that's the same thing as whipping cream. And so, all right, our butter is ready. And of course it went over.
She didn't say how much butter.
And then 1 tablespoon of cinnamon.
Food videos are a good idea.
A tablespoon.
So far, it's pretty in line with how I make my French toast. It's just a large amount.
Okay. All right. Now, the next thing we do, that's all mixed up. And the next thing we do is we're going to add syrup And it says pancake syrup. So that's just any kind of syrup that you would eat on pancakes. Maple, Aunt Jemima, whatever syrup. I just happen to have Cairo pancake syrup. Now be sure it's pancake. And then it says you just pour a cup. We go guess at a cup. We're not going to measure this out.
Thanks, Mimi.
And so I guess what we need is enough to put, just to cover the bottom of that casserole dish. And this is a 9 by 13 dish.
Oh, we need syrup. I'm gonna get that tomorrow.
So I got some French bread, and we are going to use that
A little of everything almost.
as our
Oh, okay.
bread.
This
And I
reminds me
think
how
it
they
will
make
be
cinnamon
just
rolls
fine.
at the bakery I worked at.
And you kind of
They would do caramel sauce
make it
instead of
kind of
syrup.
like, I think the recipe says kind of like shingles on the house.
Maybe
All right,
the cinnamon rolls.
make this.
The rolls, I should say. It's caramel
Okay,
rolls.
now I sliced this myself because I wanted to control the width of it and see all of them are just about alike. And oh my goodness, that turned out just perfect. So now what you do is you pour this on top.
I'm getting tired.
Just pour it all around.
It's a good idea.
Oh, y'all, it smells good. I know it's all this cinnamon and all that syrup.
It's a real good idea.
We're going to get it all covered.
Hungry.
Y'all, this is so easy. It is ready. So let's get this out of the oven. Woo, y'all, it smells so good.
Yeah, it's really just
So
a
let's just put a little bit of powdered
bunch of
sugar
eggs and
over this,
bread.
just to dress it up just a little bit.
Be filling.
We could also put the leftovers away and make them
Now,
again.
we'll put it over here to cool a few minutes. As I told you yesterday, this
I
is
did-
going to a family
I
that
did
has
all
had a
of that
death,
too.
and so they can set up like a little brunch this morning. I have this and several other things to send to them, and so that they can enjoy their family time together.
A good
1 dozen eggs.
a good recipe or a good trick for French toast is coffee creamer. You can get like French vanilla coffee creamer. Just do like enough of that to taste, and then you can top it off with as much milk as needed, and then yeah, the cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff. Yeah, it's I love cooking.
I'm tired. We should wrap it up.
All right.
Can you tell me a little bit what's going
Last
on?
one.
I don't know what the
Last
hell's going on. I've been sleeping. I heard somebody
Yeah, it's
come
an
out
hour
on
and
the
a half.
porch. He wanted me to open the door, but he acted like he thought he was at the bar.
This man hit me at the bar. We were playing some darts. Okay, what bar were you at? This bar. Can I get a cigarette?
I don't have any cigarettes, man.
I know you guys do.
I don't get a cigarette.
I know
You
you
don't
guys
smoke.
do.
I don't smoke.
I don't smoke.
How much are you drinking, my bud?
I drank 2 beers and then I drank a couple shots here, maybe 2, 3 shots. You
So-
want a f***ing shot?
I'm
You
good. I
want a
can't. I'm
rebuttal
working.
blanket? You're good.
I'm good. I
So I can
can't.
go back in the bar.
Nope, this isn't a bar.
That
So
is a bar right there. That's a bar.
this
So
is
what do you
someone's
want?
house. Hey,
No.
nope, we're not
No,
doing
it's
that.
Someone's
if-
house.
if-
Doing
if
that.
you f***ing had-
Go ahead and place your
Yeah.
hands behind your back.
No. Go get the boys out here and I'll file a lawsuit. And I'll literally win. Go ahead. You're gonna lose
Go
your
ahead.
badge.
Okay.
You're gonna lose your badge.
Your friends aren't in there, all right?
I mean, I'll get my guys out. Dylan.
Dylan's not in there. What's your knee so I can shut the door? Why
There
don't
you go,
put your knee in?
sweetheart. No, there you go, sweetheart.
Put your knee inside the
No,
vehicle.
that's not sweetheart. No, it's not. It's not about putting me in the video.
In the vehicle, not
In
in
the
video.
vehicle, in the video.
Another way to do this.
If he punches me, I swear to God, I'm f***ing filing a lawsuit. There you go. There you go, sweet.
Tell me a little bit what's going on.
Well,
Oh, ridiculous.
good note to end it on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time for bed.
Yeah. Thank you to all you night owls joining us. And thank you for the wisdom, Tim Allen.
It's always good to see you, Tim.
Yes.
By the way, Tim, you should come on one of our streams
Yeah.
one of these days.
Yeah, come hang out.
Always welcome. But if you want to just be a lurker, commenter, whatever. I almost said lurker, but you don't lurk because you talk all the time.
Yeah, you're awesome.
You're not just like.
But yeah, until next time, thanks everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.